Hello, I'm Dan Heber, admin of Pedagogical Memes on Philosophical Themes. I'm also a philosophy professor, and I've taught classes at the college and university level since 1999. This video is part of a series in which I talk about some philosophical ideas as presented in popular culture. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, thanks for watching. The topic for today is the free will determinism debate, and more specifically, it's the hard determinism of Baron de Holbach, and more specifically, it's how that idea sort of presents itself in a scene from a popular movie. And before I get to the movie, I wanted to get to an excerpt here from Baron de Holbach's System of Nature. And I'm assuming that you already have background knowledge of the free will determinism debate and de Holbach's position, wanting to argue against free will, and that we are just physical creatures that inhabit a physical universe, and that provides an explanation for everything that we do. That just as a cloud doesn't have free choice because it's a physical being governed by physical causal law, so too is also true of human beings. But Holbach needs to do more than just argue that we don't have free will. What he needs to do is explain why we think we have free will. Why does it seem that we are free? And there's a frequently, the passage that I have highlighted here frequently occurs as an excerpt in many popular introductory textbooks on the topic of the free will determinism debate. And I'm just going to read it here. Man, in running over, frequently without his own knowledge, often in despite of himself, the route which nature has marked out for him, resembles a swimmer who is obliged to follow the current that carries him along. He believes himself a free agent because he sometimes consents, sometimes does not consent, to glide with the stream, which, notwithstanding, always hurries him forward. He believes himself to be the master of his condition because he is obliged to use his arms under the fear of sinking. And then he ends with this Latin quotation that is attributed to Seneca that translates that the fates lead the willing and they drag the unwilling. So what Holbach is saying there is that we're not free. We think we're free because we make choices, but the choices that we make aren't. The choices that we make aren't in a set of conditions of our own choice, and that brings up the question: to what degree, if at all, our choices are actually free? So with that set up, I'm going to fade out and show this the clip from the movie The Devil Wears Prada, which is of course the famous cerulean blue scene. And I've seen a lot of people analyze this scene, but I haven't seen anybody sort of look at this scene in the context of the free will determinism debate. So we're going to fade out, and then I'll be back right after that.
Where are the belts for this strap? Why is no one ready?
Here. It's a tough call. They're so different.
Something funny?
No, nothing's, it's just that both those belts look exactly the same to me. I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay, I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that sweater is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis, it's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns, and then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
Okay, so what we saw in that clip was Anne Hathaway's character, Andy, asserting her freedom. She thinks she's free, rather. And why does she think she's free? Well, because she makes choices, right? That's exactly what Baron Dolbach was talking about in the clip that I read, in the excerpt, in the quote that I read just before that movie clip. We think we're free. We believe ourselves to be free. And why do we believe ourselves to be free? Well, because we make choices. We make choices all the time, right? But remember what Baron Dolbach goes on to say is that we're not making choices under a set of conditions that we choose. And this is what Miranda, Meryl Streep's character Miranda, is pointing out to Anne Hathaway's character Andy, that Andy thinks she's free because she made a choice, right? She chose to put on that sweater. She thought that was a choice. The reality is different because that sweater was selected for you by somebody else, right? You didn't choose the conditions under which you made the choice. And if you didn't choose the conditions under which they made the choice, to what extent, if at all, are you free? Dolbach says that you're not free at all. You can't help but think you're free because you make choices, but ultimately you're not free. All of your actions are determined, or at least so says Dolbach. Whether you agree with him or not, I'll leave that up to you and your analysis of the arguments, but for my purposes, I'm going to go ahead and bring this video to a close. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the meme page and in the next video.